Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator based in the UK. And today's Sunday and it's going to be a Sale-A-Bration Sunday. So Sale-A-Bration is Stampin' Up's promotion that runs from the 4th of January right through to the 29th of February 2024. I cannot show you inside, but you can see some sneak peeks here, and I can show you the Sale-A-Bration products that I have earned for free with my pre-order. So this one is called Heartfelt Hellos, and it actually coordinates with a bundle in the mini catalogue that launches on the 4th of January as well, which is this Heartfelt Hexagons. I have used this. This is actually available right now, this bundle. So these stamps coordinate with that punch as well. Okay, so that is a £45 product, so €60. If you spend €60, £45, this is one of the products that you can earn for free. There are two products that you need to spend £90 or €120 to get for free, and these are Detailed Dogwood, gorgeous stamp set, red rubber, lots of detail on that. I have already made a card for a colour challenge with that. So you can see that's that image there, and I've used that little one along the bottom there, and I've used this one on the inside of that as well. So that's Detailed Dogwood. The other one that you need to spend £90 or €120 is this Softly Sophisticated. And it's not just this stamp set. You also get the embossing folder as well. So it's gorgeously detailed. It's kind of like it's dots on it. Beautiful embossing folder, and the stamp set actually is multi-stamping. I haven't used it, haven't played about with that one yet. I will do very soon. Okay, and two other ones that I got. This is Softly Stippled 12x12 Designer Series paper. I'll give you a quick flick through this. Beautiful. Oh, love that one. Nicely texture detail, lovely little flowers. That's gorgeous and coordinates with a bundle in the mini catalogue. Love that. Nice for masculine cards. So you might not think a paper pack that's called Softly Stippled would have masculine designs in it, but really like that one, and that they do look really nicely textured, obviously, are lovely and smooth as well, so you could stamp onto that as well. So that's gorgeous. Colours in that one: Calypso Coral, Lost Lagoon, Pebbled Path, Pool Party and Wild Wheat. Okay, that brings me on to a paper pack that I am going to use for a project today, and it is called, I haven't got all the names ready yet, Flight Airy 12x12. So loads of colours in this, lots of lovely soft subtle colours, and these cute floral branches and little birdies on it. And again, you've got more muted tones on the back, so if you're like me and don't actually like birds, I'm a little bit scared of anything with fluttery wings, then you've got these lovely non-birdie designs that you can use as well. Love that. And a watercolour wash look to it. And these you could cut around, you could just use a circle die or punch around some of these, and maybe a rectangle. They'd be lovely little toppers. Love that. I'm looking, is that a bird? Yeah, there are little birds on that. At first I thought it was all just leaves, but there are little birds on that as well. And I've got like the bigger birds, gorgeous, sort of tiled effect, and this is the one that kind of scares me a little bit. And it's totally irrational. Believe me, I know. But these are just a bit too big and lifelike. So I would think I would be using that side of that particular page. But yeah, so gorgeous pack of paper, even if you're frightened of birds, like me. Okay. So I said I was going to use that paper pack for a project, and I am going to make 3 boxes. I've worked out I want to have the 3 boxes that are 2-inch cubes, then 2 1/4 and 2 1/2. And I've kind of done a rough drawing of what that needs to look like. And then I thought I'd just cut one out. And this is just 1 inch by 1 inch all the way. Just so that I can see that's how I want that join to be there, so you don't see it when you open the lid. And that's all just going to fold in at the bottom, and that will fold in at the top there. So that's my template for all of the 4 boxes. And to work out the card sizes that I needed, the height of the card is 3 times whatever dimension I'm using, and the length is 4 times whatever dimension I'm using. And then in each case I add on 1/2 inch for my tab at the side, and for my little tuck bit for my lid on there. So I've already gone ahead and cut out the pieces of designer series paper and the 3 pieces of card. So I will bring in my Simply Scored, and then we can do the scoring for this project. So I'm going to start off with the smallest box, and this is the 2-inch cube. So I have a piece of card that is 8.5 inches by 6.5 inches. Okay, so I'm going to score that along the long side at 2 inches, 4 inches, 6 inches and 8 inches. Okay, I'm going to turn that around, and I'm going to score it at 2 inches, 4 inches and 6 inches. Okay, and then I have 5 pieces of designer series paper that will go along the sides there, and one of them will be for the lid. But because it's directional, it'll have to go upside down on that. Okay, so we'll come back and we'll do the cutting, but I'm going to do all of the scoring at once. Okay, so my next box is the one that is 2 1/4. Okay, so again, I've got my long side, which is 9.5. My short side is 7 1/4. So this time I'm going in multiples of 2 1/4. So my first score line is 2 1/4, then 4 1/2, then 6 3/4, and then 9 inches. Okay, turn that around. 2 1/4, 4 1/2, and 6 3/4. You'll get all of the measurements in my blog post for this. And again, 5 pieces of designer series paper. These ones are 2 inches. The last ones were 1 3/4 inches by 1 3/4. So then my last one is the larger box of the 3. And this one is 10 1/2 inches by 8 inches. and this time I'm doing multiples of 2.5. So we've got 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10. Turn that around, 2.5, 5 and 7.5. Okay, and again this time we've got pieces that are 2 1/4 square, and we can decide where we're putting those on once we've done our cutting. So let me just put this away. Our next stage is to burnish our score lines and then cut. So we'll just take these pieces of designer series paper out of the way for now and simply fold and burnish along each of those score lines. Make sure you've got your edges lined up and give that a good press. Okay, and then what I'm going to do is bring in that tiny template that I made. Tiny template. And I'm going to cut up along the score lines along the bottom there. So I've got my tab at the top and at the right, and cut straight up each of those score lines just to that horizontal score line there. Okay, so do the same. All the way along. I can take that off. I'll just take a little notch out of the side there for that tab there. I can do the same here and take that right the way down to the second horizontal score line, and I'm going to do that all the way along the bottom edge. 1, 2, and the last one to there. All right, so we've got it looking like that. That's my lid. I want to keep that. I want to half that and take that away. Okay, so I'm going to fold in 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, so that's the one that I'm taking off completely. Just chop along there. As I say, I want to keep this one. I'm just going to take a tiny slither off that there, and this one I want to cut that in half. So ignoring that bit, cut that bit in half. You could measure it. I am just going to eyeball it, and if anything you want it to be slightly under, and then you can use that to measure on this one if you so wish, so you've got them kind of equal. All right, and these two I want to take a wedge off as well, just so there's less bulk when it folds in. And then when we turn it around, can talk quicker than I can cut. When we turn it around, we've got it like that, which is similar to my little template. But I want to take wedges off these two as well. Again, just to take out some of the bulk when we fold it. Doesn't matter what size your wedges are. No one is going to see them. So I love Sale-A-Bration. We have offers for people who buy. We have a fabulous joining offer, and we also have a host offer. So if you're on my mailing list, you will soon receive more information about Sale-A-Bration itself. And if you are one of my customers and have ordered from me in the past few months, then you will also receive a free catalogue, the mini catalogue, and also a copy of the Sale-A-Bration brochure. I will be sending them between Christmas and New Year. I want to pop. This bit doesn't matter what direction it goes in, because you can't really see any bird on it, so that's fine. And that will be the back, so I'll use the least patterned, or the bit with only a birdie bit on there. I did specifically chop my paper so that I wasn't being too cruel and only having bits of birds showing. So I didn't make the most economic use of the paper, let's just say that. But it was free, so, you know, I let myself off with being slightly wasteful when things are free. So again, you could take a little bit more time. I just want to show you how to assemble one box. The other two are the same, just different sizes. Okay. So I'm going to put some glue along this tab here and then fold that over, and I'll use my bone folder to give that a little press. Okay, so that join is at the back there. I've got a little bit of seepage of glue on the inside. I will use my embossing buddy from the embossing toolkit, or you can buy these from other places I will not mention. But if you find you've got some glue seeping out there, then put that on. It'll take, the glue dries clear, but it stays tacky. That will take away any of the tackiness there. Top tips. Right, so I've got the back that I'm putting forward, and then I'm going to fold in these two side tabs at the bottom, like so. So as I say, it doesn't matter how big a wedge you take off, because no one's going to see that. And I'm putting lots of glue on this lovely one here, and that folds round and covers up those other bits there. And we've got a nice clean interior. You can't see those tabs in there because we sandwiched them in. Okay, so that then goes over like that, and we have box number 3. I will go ahead and do the same with these two boxes, and I'll come back to you then. Okay, so we now have 3 boxes that will stack on top of each other like that, and it's just like kiddies building blocks. You could have A, B, C on there. Now I want to put just a little notch in there, and I'm cheating, I know, because I'm using a 1/2-inch circle punch, and Stampin' Up do not sell them any longer, but you can get them elsewhere. So that in there like that just means that people can see where the box is supposed to open a little bit easier. I do wish Stampin' Up would bring back all of the circle size punches, and I'm glad that we do have some of them back, but I'd love them all to come back, please. Because they're so handy. I still use mine all of the time. So much quicker to use a punch than a die. So we've got those 3. I'm going to fill them with little bits of goodies, and I am simply going to use some of this gorgeous bubble bath ribbon, because I've got bubble bath card, I forgot to say, boho blue and fresh freesia, because they're all in the colours of the designer series paper pack there. And I will simply do I'm not going to tie the ribbon both ways, I'm just going to do it in one direction, because they're small boxes and they're just going to have little treats in them, and I haven't decided what the occasion's for. I just thought I'd play with this gorgeous designer series paper. So I will simply tie that in a bow, and this bubble bath ribbon comes in a triple pack with Azure Afternoon and Lemon Lolly, I think. I know it's definitely Lemon Lolly and bubble bath. I think it's Azure Afternoon. Let me just, yes it is Azure Afternoon. Little chop there, little chop there, and once I've decided who's receiving this, it will just get a simple little tag on it for whatever the occasion is, whether it's for you or happy birthday or with love or anything like that. But I just thought it was a nice little idea to do stacking cubes, and I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you've enjoyed seeing this really pretty Sale-A-Bration paper available for free with a qualifying spend in my online shop from the 4th of January to the 29th of February 2024. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new to my channel, I'd love for you to click on that subscribe button and click the bell. You'll get a notification the next time I upload a tutorial. Until then, please do take care. All of the measurements will be in my blog post. There's a link to that in the description below. Thank you. Bye-bye.